Episode 44 of Boruto didn't really pick up until the last couple minutes, but the episode overall wasn't that bad. It begins with every genin has a task to locate the Byakuya gang and then call a Chunin or higher rank ninja. That's their mission, and we see Iwabe, Denki and Metal Lee are the first one to locate them, but in doing so they rush to fight them and Metal Lee gets injured in his hand. Seeing this, it just reminded me of the time that Rock Lee got injured against Gaara. I don't know why, but that's what it reminded me of. Other than that, we don't see that much. We just see the conflict that the characters face and the villagers face between siding with Byakuya and siding against Byakuya, because in the one hand they're stealing, but on the other hand they're using the money that they are stealing to give to the poor, to give to the guys that need it, and that's the conflict that everyone in the village is facing. The episode continues with Boruto going to Katasuki to get games from him, and other than that the episode mainly focuses on the aftermath of what the Byakuya gang did. That's the main focus of the episode. We see that every Chunin and Jonin is mobilized in the village, and we get the name of the kid that uses the ice release, and his name is Ryogi. He meets with Shikadai again in the park, and this time they get interrupted by Boruto. He tells Shikadai where he got the games from. Ryogi says something that kinda gave him up to Shikadai. We see that on Shikadai's face when he hears what Ryogi says, but then he disappears, and the episode cuts off to Byakuya gang stealing, and Temari cuts them off, and she chases Ryogi. She asks Boruto and Shikadai to help her. Boruto is all for it, but Shikadai has doubts. Their attempts to catch Ryogi fails because one of the villagers gives false information to Temari, so that's how Ryogi escapes. And after that we see how Shikadai is thinking, how the conflict is in his head. We see that he's against the Byakuya gang, but now he also knows one of the members of the Byakuya gang, and that's Ryogi. He figures all this out by just one sentence from him. Other than that, that's the episode, but what I wanna focus on is the conflict that Boruto faced in the last episode and this episode. In the last episode we saw how he thought about the Byakuya gang. When he saw what they did to that village, how they helped that village, he didn't know how to act. Is he against them or is he with them? And we didn't see the resolution of that conflict, but now we got it. There's a scene this episode where Boruto, Hinata and Himawari are eating, and Himawari starts talking about the Byakuya, and she asks are they bad or good, because she heard on TV that they help the people in need when they steal, so are they good or bad? Then Boruto cuts her off and says there isn't a good thief. Helping the poor is fine, but you shouldn't hurt other people in the process. And he also says that it's the Hokage's job to help those people, but he's not doing anything, which Hinata says it's not that simple, which is not that simple actually. But those couple of lines said a lot about Boruto, about how his character developed from last episode and now. The last episode, if you remember, he didn't know what to do at that village when he saw what the money did, but in this episode he made his mind. He knows that if you have power, it's the right thing to help the people in need, but you shouldn't hurt other people in the process. If you're doing that, then what's the point? And that's why it's not simple for the Hokage to help those people, even though he has a lot of power on his hand. Even the Hokage can't do that much this fast. So that's the conflict that Boruto faces, and that's the resolution that Boruto came. And those couple of episodes are just a way to teach Boruto lessons before we get to the Chunin exams and the other arcs. So that's why I like those episodes, because every episode has a lesson to teach, and this episode had that lesson. That's why I like this episode, because it taught Boruto the power that hurts people to help other people isn't worth it. That's what Boruto got in this episode. Saying that, this is it for the video. Thank you for watching till the end. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. It will help me out a lot. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.